Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And let's continue the series I've been doing where I name who I believe is the best player in each NBA franchise's history. I'm on the fourth team, doing them alphabetically. Did Atlanta, Boston, and Brooklyn. Putting them all in a playlist. You could check them out. I previously did NFL there in a playlist as well. You could check those out as well. But anyhow, today is the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets' inaugural season was the 88-89 season. Now, they were the Charlotte Hornets until 2001-02 season. Moved to New Orleans, became the New Orleans Hornets, but they are not part of the Charlotte Hornets history. They are part of the New Orleans Pelicans history. So anyhow, Charlotte got a team back in the 2004-05 season. The Charlotte Bobcats remained the Bobcats until 2013-14, reclaimed their Hornets name in the 2014-15 season. So altogether, 34 seasons of NBA action. Haven't been the most successful team as they've only made the playoffs 10 times in those 34 seasons and haven't made it past the second round. But anyhow, 2 years ago, I did my NBA Mount Rushmores where I attempted to name the four best players in franchise history. So before I name the GOAT of the team, I've been revisiting all these Mount Rushmores, deciding if I would make any changes. And for this one, I actually did decide to make a change. So, in alphabetical order by last name, we got Grandmama Larry Johnson, plays first 5 seasons with the team, won Rookie of the Year in 91-92. The guy I added on here was Glenn Rice. Now, Rice only played 3 seasons with the Hornets, but in every one of them, he was named an All-Star, finished 5th in MVP voting 1 season. Then we got Kemba Walker, played his first 8 seasons with Charlotte, first 3 with the Bobcats, next 5 with the Hornets, and let's end with Gerald Wallace, known as Crash. Played with the Bobcats for 6 full seasons and part of a 7th once made defensive first team, all defensive first team. Few honorable mentions. The guy I replaced with Glenn Rice is Del Curry. Now, Del Curry had a much longer tenure with the Hornets, but definitely did not have quite the impact that Rice did. Another tough guy. Alonzo Mourning played also just 3 seasons, but I think Rice played 25 more regular season games than Mourning, why I put him over. That was a tough one, though. Muggsy Bogues, another tough guy to leave off. Also, Mecca Okafor, Anthony Mason, LaMelo Ball, if he could just stay healthy. But those were my 4 for the Mount Rushmore. Again, changed Del Curry for Glenn Rice. But in the end, I believe the best player in franchise history is Kemba Walker. Walker was taken by the Charlotte Bobcats 9th overall in the 2011 NBA draft. As I mentioned, he played his first 8 seasons with the Hornets. First 3 Bobcats, last 5 Hornets. His last 3 seasons with the team, he was named an All-Star. His last season, 2018-19, was named to the NBA's All-NBA third team. The 2015-16 season, he finished as the runner-up for most improved player, helped guide Charlotte to 2 postseason appearances in 2013-14 and 2015-16. Again, a team that didn't really have much playoff, only made it 10 seasons, as I mentioned. Let's take a look at his basketball reference for his season-by-season numbers. Only shown are his seasons with Charlotte. So, in his last 4 seasons with the team, he averaged more than 20 points per contest, the last of which was his most, where he averaged 25.6. Each of his seasons, except his rookie year, he averaged at least 5.1 assists, a career high 6.1. In the 2013-14 season, averaged at least a steal a game. Excuse me. In each of his last 7 seasons with Charlotte, career high of 2. in the 2012-13 season. He was somewhat of an inefficient scorer each of his first, I guess, 4 seasons. But after that, he became at least an average 3-point shooter, probably a little bit better than average, connected on nearly 40% in the 2016-17 season, which was his first All-Star season. Reliable from the free throw line, 835 free throw percentage for his Charlotte tenure. All in all, with Charlotte, posted averages of 19.8 points, 3.8 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 1.3 steals. So, my best Charlotte player in franchise history, their all time GOAT, is Kemba Walker. Admittedly, um, this isn't a team that have had a lot of superstar players. Even guys like Glenn Rice, Alonzo Mourning didn't have a long tenure with the team, as Larry Johnson only played 5 seasons with the team, and then um, a guy like LaMelo Ball. So with each of these teams, taking a look at the active roster to see if anyone can overtake the GOAT, if anyone has a chance to overtake the GOAT, at least find their way on the Mount Rushmore honorable mention. I mean, LaMelo Ball, he's already an honorable mention. Problem is, he just hasn't played enough games, even with one more season than Glenn Rice. I believe Rice has played something like 55 more regular season games than LaMelo Ball. I mean, he has averages of 20 points, 6.2 rebounds, 7.4 assists, but only 184 total games. Honestly, just a healthy season or two, and he might be able to find his way on here, even though he hasn't yet to play in a postseason game. The other guy, maybe Brandon Miller. Miller was the second pick of last year's draft. Made the all rookie first team, also was third in rookie of the year voting, only behind Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren, averaged 17.3 points as a rookie. So those would be the two that I think, honestly, have a chance to make the Mount Rushmore. Not sure if they could overtake Kemba Walker. I think Ball could. But again, if he's sidelined as often as he has been, then I don't anticipate it happening. But he's still relatively young. I mean, Brandon Miller's only 21 years old, and LaMelo Ball is 22. That's crazy. He's still just 22 years old. He's turning 23 on August 22nd. But let me know in the comments if you agree that Kemba Walker is the best player in franchise history. Do you think LaMelo Ball or a Brandon Miller has a chance to overtake him, or whoever you have as the go to the franchise to become Charlotte's all-time best player? Stay tuned for tomorrow. Inevitably, when you're doing every team, there's going to be some teams with obvious choices. One of those is the Chicago Bulls, who I am doing tomorrow. I'm sure some people will comment like, the obvious choice, or give some smart answers like, how could you not pick, I don't know, Dickie Simpkins? But yes, anyhow, Chicago Bulls tomorrow. I know not much suspense, but check it out anyway. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.